Great. So, hopefully you found the last video helpful. Hope it was not too high level. In case it was high level and you want to write to us with deeper questions, feel free to write to us directly. In this video, let me take you through a very basic financial model. Now, as you can see, on the top, you have the revenue heads. In the middle, you have the various cost heads. And towards the end, you have certain profit heads. So don't get bogged down with various jargons like earnings before interest and taxes, earnings before taxes and net earnings. You will have your CAs help you to kind of structure all of that. But more important that any of us, if we apply our common sense, is to look at what kind of revenues we can make and what kind of expenses we need to incur. Now, one very interesting thing that you will find in this template is that this has been done on a monthly basis. I absolutely recommend, it is absolutely critical for you that when you are doing your financial model, you are building it on a monthly basis for the first 24 to 36 months. I can understand that, at this stage, you can always come back and say that it's not easy for you to define what's going to happen 12 months from now. But even if you start with the perspective that first 12 months will be more confident projections on revenue and cost, next 12 months will be slightly informed, and the next 12 months will be informed based on how you have projected your first 24 months, it is absolutely fine, right? Now, going into the revenue, which are the first three rows, you can see there that I have written revenue stream one, revenue stream two, and then there is another entry for any kind of returns, refunds, or discounts that you have given, right, which will be negative. Now, it is absolutely critical for you to define all your revenue streams which you plan to take into the market. It could be, for a lot of SaaS players, for example, right, today that I work with, there is a recurring revenue stream where customers are paying them on a monthly basis. On the other side, the same SaaS models are also giving, certain products on an upfront payment on a license cost and reducing the recurring cost for a particular player. So depending on the customer requirement, you are customizing your revenue streams. If you're a gaming platform, for example, you are charging people for subscription to your gaming platform. Then on the same gaming platform, if you're giving them access to any other content, right? You are giving them access to, say, academy, or you are giving them access to any kind of marketplace, you are charging there as well. So you need to think about all the kinds of wider revenue streams and bake them into the revenue head or the revenue sheet of a financial model. Ideally, I would have a separate sheet for revenue and I would have a separate sheet for costs in the revenue model. And then I'll create a summary sheet for the profit and loss account to see when I am turning profitable. Now, going to the cost bit, you can see that we have the cost of goods sold, basically the raw materials, etc., that you have procured on a month-on-month basis. So I think assumptions around that is that if you have done your POC, you would know that what kind of third-party supply cost you need to deliver 1 rupee of revenue. So you can apply the same model, same logic in your model as well. Then if you come below, you have some of the operational expenses, such as your advertising and promotion, your insurance, maintenance, rent, and so on and so forth. So you need to think about all kinds of wider expenses, as I explained to you guys in my previous video as well, and make sure that you are taking a defendable assumption around it, that why you are putting a certain number. For example, a lot many times, one mistake I've seen people doing is in their financial model, they'll say that we'll be spending 50,000 rupees a month or 5 lakh rupees a month, when we launch our MVP. There has to be a logic to that number. What is the revenue you plan to target? How many number of customers you need to achieve that revenue? And in order to acquire those customers, what is the kind of specific marketing budget you need to incur in the previous month? Because for marketing to yield its value, there is a lead time of a month or 2 months to kind of reflect in your revenue, right? So from that perspective, make sure that you are slightly scientific in every number that you are putting in this particular template or any template that you choose to build your financial model on. You have thought through every assumption. there is least amount of hard coding, and every number is kind of coming with some sort of scientific logic. Great. So hope you found this template helpful. For any questions, you can always write to us directly. In the next video, I'll talk about some of the do's and don'ts when you are doing your financial model. Keep watching.